Bobby, right? My name is Bobby Reeves, yes. My wife is Meredith, or Miss Reeves. We've been married almost 5 years. Can you believe that? What a wild time. Yeah, high five. You already have a question, Omar? Alright, hit me.
Can we call you Bob?
You sure can.
Just ask. Yeah.
100% can. I have answered to a lot worse in my day, so yes, Bob is just fine. So please call me Bobby. Bob is fine. I don't answer to Mr. Reeves. That's my dad. Yeah, that always just gets uncomfortable. So I am supposed to tell you guys what I do. You guys have any idea what I do without looking at me? Please tell me, Omar.
I think you do engineering and robotics.
Ooh, do I look like a robot guy?
No.
Kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a YouTube, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a guy on YouTube that I supposedly look like.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know.
What's his name?
Kind of a Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, you're sweet. Thank you. Sir.
You work at the University of Arkansas?
I do. What's your name?
Mason.
Mason. I'll forget that, but I'll remember the face. I do. So, I do. I work for the University of Arkansas. Has anybody heard of the University of Arkansas? Yeah? Are you all Razorback fans?
Yes.
Did he go to Springdale High? He's a graphic artist. Okay. So, for all of us Razorback fans in the room, alright, we're not going to talk about football, because football was a little rough last year. We're not going to talk about baseball, even though I could go on and on, because I love the Diamond Hogs, and right now, I mean, we won last night, which was nice. And I'm not going to talk about basketball, because, well, it's a new era in Razorback basketball. Mike Anderson is gone, and Mr. Musselman's here. So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, that's Razorback athletics. And then there's softball and gymnastics and a whole bunch of other collegiate sports.
Soccer?
Soccer, yes, thank you. I do not, even though you guys may think it, I do not work for the athletic department. I know I look like I should because I'm like trim and muscular and really tall.
Very.
But I don't. I don't. So, I work for the University of Arkansas, yes. We're in Fayetteville. Has anybody ever been to the U of A's campus?
Yes, I've been in the engineering building.
Yeah, you've been to the engineering building? Okay. What are your thoughts on campus? It's big, right? It's a lot bigger than George, I would imagine.
It's huge.
Right? It's huge. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's wonderful. So I work for the university, so picture that like building on a hill in Fayetteville. That's where I work. Omar, let me finish, so don't forget your thought, okay? I want you to write it down because you're going to forget it if you don't. So I work for a program called Talent Search. Has anybody ever heard of the program called Talent Search? Okay, so you two, you first. Tell me what you know about Talent Search.
That it helps people like find what like they want to become.
Find their passion, right? Because you're going to go maybe to college after high school and then you got to get a job after college. What do you know?
Wait, isn't it like you get a shorter time of college with Talent Search, or is that?
No, you'll still have your full 4, 6, or 8 years. So, let me tell you what Talent Search is. Not to be confused with America's Got Talent. Not to be confused with American Idol.
GT Got Talent.
GT Got Talent, probably, and then you're supposed to dab after that, right?
No.
So here's what Talent Search is, guys. We are a trio program, and that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything. A trio is like the big umbrella under what Talent Search falls under. But we are a college prep program. So here's how you enter into Talent Search, right? So what grade are y'all in? 5th grade?
Yes.
Yes? So in 2 years, so when you're a 7th grader, you will more than likely end up at J.O. Kelly for middle school. Where are you going to middle school?
SOI.
You're going to SOI? A lot of y'all are going to SOI? Yeah, we got a few J.O. Kellys over here. And that's okay. So, here's the deal, kids. We do not serve SOI. We will not be at SOI. But we are at J.O. Kelly. And what are some other middle schools that we end up in Springdale? Sonora? Sonora? We're not at Helen's High. So, think of the schools on this side of town. So, we'll be at J.O. Kelly and we'll be at Sonora. And what we are, we're a college prep program, and we help students starting in the 7th grade access their college-going goals. So, my question to you, you're 5th graders. Anybody ever thought of college. Like, that's probably happening. That's probably happening. Ladies in the back have to fall out of the camera booth back there. Yeah, so we're all headed to college afterwards. One thing that I tell my 7th graders and even to my seniors, is that college is expensive. I'm sure you guys have heard that one.
Yes.
What's nice about getting to college is that there is no one path, right? There are multiple ways, multiple avenues to access the college education. And being a part of our program is one way that we help give you guys the tools to get there. All right, and one of the reasons, let me ask you this. Why go to college? Why? Anybody have an idea? Sorry.
Better job.
Louder.
Better job.
Better job. Thoughts? Was that was yours? Mason.
I was gonna say his.
So we got 3 better jobs. Ma'am.
You get like more education.
More education. Okay, so what does that more education typically lead to?
Better job.
A better job. Okay? No, you guys are all right. Thought.
You most likely be able to do a job that pays more.
Oh, yes. I like that. Omar.
When you go to college, you can do multiple activities. Like my mom told me that there's multiple classes you can go like art.
For sure.
And if you go to college, you can work on those and you can get better at like art, music, and any of those.
So you're making yourself a better person.
Yes.
Sir, thought.
Get your degrees.
Get your degrees to end up getting a better job.
Yeah.
Right? No, you all are all right. You're all on the right track.
When you get a degree, like all the jobs that are open, like they get wider. Like there's more
Opportunity?
No, you're setting yourself apart, right? You're making yourself, and you guys are all right. So my folks that talk about jobs, yes. Why do we need to work? Because we have to make money, right?
can buy stuff.
So you can buy stuff. Because let's be honest, everybody in here wants to get an Xbox One.
No.
No? Oh, you guys already have it.
I want that one. I'm not turning on.
Omar wants nothing. He has everything he'll ever want. So, here's the purpose, ladies and gentlemen. You go to college, right, to make yourself a better human being, to make yourself a better, more well-rounded person. That's why we have GT, right? Because we want to make you more whole as a human being. And that's really the purpose of college. You go to college, you get these skills, you get this education, you come out with a piece of paper that's really expensive, and that gives you access to different jobs, better paying jobs, so you guys can afford the higher echelon, I don't want to say higher echelon, but like just a different lifestyle, right? That you can buy the fancier things, the things that maybe you want now as a 5th grader that you can't access, okay? Does that make sense? Am I making you guys understand the college process a little more, or am I making it more confusing? Making it good? Okay. So, I've told you what Talent Search is. Oh, I gotta tell y'all how you can join. All you have to do is fill out a piece of paper, alright? So, if you are at J.O. Kelly or Sonora, sorry my SOIers in the room, but we will come do a recruitment in your 7th grade class, and you will watch and be a participant in a recruitment presentation that Talent Search will put on. Sometimes we'll play a game, sometimes we'll sit in a cafeteria or a big auditorium, and we'll tell you about college. And I can go ahead and tell you all now, there are 4 main barriers that we see. Every student, I encountered it, my wife encountered it. There's money, fear, choices, and grades. Those are the big 4 barriers that we see.
What do you mean by barriers?
Barriers? Obstacles, things that get in your way, things that prohibit you from getting to the next level, all right? So, like this TV currently is a barrier for me getting to that Elmo thing, right? So I have to get through, that's what this is called. It's called like an Elmo projector. So it's in my way. So that's what, you guys understand a barrier now, something that's an obstacle holding you back. Right. To get to that camera, this desk, this table is a barrier. It's prohibiting me from getting me to the next point. All right. So what are we talking about? Money. Why is money a barrier? Why? Because college is expensive, right? And there are lots of financial resources out there to help get you to college, but some of us, I'd say the majority of us, don't know how to access them. Let me ask you this. If you were to go to college and receive a degree, would you be the first in your family to do so. So what I'm asking you is, does anybody in your house currently already have a degree?
Living with us? Or?
You know, has 5 degrees?
Living with you in your house.
Oh, no. No. Oh, yeah, my mom.
Your mom does? So Mason's mom and dad, CJ, does dad have a college degree?
Nobody has a degree.
Yeah.
He has one more year. I think my aunt,
His master's maybe? But look at that, out of the whole class,
Half?
2 kids have, or Dara, you said your mom too? So 3 kids, 4 or 5, okay? But that's not even half of you guys in the room. So more than half of you don't have a parent or a brother or sister that has been to college. So you guys could be the very first one.
So, I am a first-generation college student. So that means the people that I grew up in, and I came from a single-parent home, so it was just me and my mom and my sister. I am the only person in my family at the time. Now my sister is working on her college degree, and I have a cousin that has completed a 4-year bachelor's degree. But at that time, I was the only one that had gone to college and received a bachelor's degree. So I came from a household where there were no degrees, so they gave me this cute little term called first generation. So I'm a first generation college student. You guys know what that, do you understand what that means? Yeah? Okay, cool. So we've talked about money, we've got fear, right? Fear holds us back from doing lots of things, right? Would anybody want to trade places and come speak up here?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think you guys are a little bit of a different type of student, one that has a lot of charisma, a lot of courage, a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence.
Not all.
Right. Guys, I have spoke to students that are, God, they're seniors in high school that I ask them, do you want to trade places? And this is what happens. They get real shaky, like, oh gosh, freaking no way. No way, man, no way, guy. That's too terrifying. Because speaking in front of people, that's kind of a scary thing because all eyes are on you, right? So, fear, and that's just one example. There are lots more examples of fear. Ms. Reeves can help you identify a lot more on a different day, all right? But fear prohibits us from doing things sometimes we have a really deep passion and love for, and we just can't get over that fear, that obstacle of fear. So we help address that in Talent Search. So we've got money, fear, choices.
Oh, I know.
Sure, you got choices for me, Omar, hit me.
Choices, like, I'll give you an explanation, or
Give me an example of a choice,
a really hard choice.
medium choice.
Okay, so when you are making a decision of going to a really fun party or visiting your best friend's house on your best friend's party,
Okay.
and he's kind of alone.
He's kind of alone. So you have your best bud, and he's got like maybe just one or 2 other people there. And then you got this super fun party, you know, that's going to be lit, and everybody's going to be there. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know that term. Don't act like you don't. All right, I know the lingo too. Surprise, surprise. So you have this.
I've never been in that.
So you have a choice. Another, like here's, and I can even break it down in like a really super simple choice. Maybe you have 2 or 3 colleges you're really interested in, and they're all really great options. And you have to choose. Can I give you one from my personal life that we're currently in the middle of? I've been accepted to 2 different grad schools. All right, so I've gone on.
What is grad school? Okay.
I'm going to tell you. So after high school, I went to a 4-year college, all right, and got my bachelor's degree. I attended the University of Arkansas, so I will forever bleed Razorback red. I'm a hog through and through, okay?
Not me.
That's fine, Omar. It's not for everybody. It's an acquired taste. So, I went to high school to college, all right? And I had this weird gap journey in my college trajectory, and we can talk more about my story later. But, inevitably, I finished, and I graduated, and I got a bachelor's degree, all right? I've been out of college for like 5 years now, and I need to further my education because there's other opportunities that are in front of me if I have an additional set of training and skills and another piece of paper, okay?
Kind of like your dad, CJ, what maybe he's doing.
So I did the requirements to get into grad school. So I have been offered 2 different graduate level programs that I have to make a decision by May 1st to go. So I'm in your boat. You know, I'm right there with you. I have to make a choice which one is best for me and my family, and that choice is full of fear. There's lots of implications of, or I don't want to say consequences because it's not bad, but lots of things that can happen based upon my decision. So that's choices, right? And then the last one, we've got money, fear, choices, and grades. And I promise I don't want to be another person in your life that's like, get good grades. You've heard that forever, right?
Yes.
No? You guys have like
Yes.
the teacher with the yardstick that gets it on the table and says, get good grades. Yeah, and depending on the day, Miss Reeves might get like that. She'll get her yardstick out and hit it on the table and say, get good grades, and rah, 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 rah. So, anyway, none of those affect you. Omar's got everything handled. Okay, so those are the 4 big barriers that we see, guys, and I promise as a 7th grader, when you guys are in middle school, we will go way far in depth. And I promise between now and then, you're gonna sleep, you're gonna eat, you're gonna vacation, you're gonna play video games, and you're gonna completely check out from what I've said, and that's fine. And that's fine, so we'll cover it later. Let's see, what can you experience or gain from participating in the program? Omar, write it down, you'll forget it. I'll come to you at the very end. So, some things that we get to do is we get to take our students on campus visits.
Like this summer, you guys are going.
On a college road trip. We do every summer for 3 days, completely free. Alright, that's free for y'all. Each seat on the bus is valued at like $500. And y'all, if you're a participant in Talent Search, all you have to do is say, yes, I want to go. And you'll fill out a form and you'll send it back to us. It's like a permission slip kind of thing. And then you'll go and you'll be gone. And we'll stay in like really nice hotels. One thing I like to tell my students is, guys, we eat really, really well on these trips. So I don't know if you're a fan of really good food. But guys, we go to restaurants that Meredith and I don't even eat in. Because they're like next level restaurants, guys. The food is outrageous. And then we go see a college campus. You know, some of y'all have been to the University of Arkansas. We will take you to the University of Arkansas, but we also take you other places. Excuse me, we try to go to Oklahoma schools in the summer. We try to go to Missouri schools in the summer. We try to go to schools in Mississippi if we can make it. We always try to go to schools in Arkansas because we see a lot of our students that grow up in the Springdale area end up pretty locally staying in the state of Arkansas because of all the benefits that are given to you as an Arkansas resident. And this may not mean a whole lot now in 5th grade, but it might as a senior. So in like 7 years from now, or 8 years from now, or 9 years from now, this might matter. But right now, it's just, I don't know, it may not. But we want to show you and give honor to our state and show you what else is out there. Because the U of A may not be a good option or a feasible choice for you. So the most beautiful thing about my job is that I don't recruit for the U of A. You can go to whatever school you want, and I help you get there, which is really a lot of fun. When my students flourish, when they're doing really, really incredible, bigger and better things, you know, and they have all of these barriers removed from them and they're able to access a higher education because they want to have a higher paying job so they can then support their family in a way that they may have not received as a student. Guys, that's really, really rewarding work. So, we pay for things, we'll get you tests for free, we get you test prep materials for free, we hold events on the U of A's campus, off the U of A's campus, and you get access to all of that. And as a Talent Search participant, it is free for you, meaning it costs nothing. Alright, all you have to do is you'll be asked to come to one of our recruitment presentations, you'll take a piece of paper home, you'll have your parent or guardian fill it out, you'll get it back to your counselor gets it to us, we process it, and then ta-da, you start with our first workshop, which will be in October. So, so last but not least, and then I have a little bit of like an activity I want to do with y'all. Why planning for college is so important after high school. Does anybody have a plan post-graduation? Omar, you've got one for everything. What's your plan?
So my plan for graduation to get my job is first get my degree.
Yep.
Second, get all the degrees, and then I will get my dream job. If I can't accept my dream job, I'll get for my second dream job, and if they didn't get my second dream job, I'll go for my third dream job.
What's your number one? What do you want to do to grow up?
Be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor?
Or scientist.
Or scientist? Or do both? What do you want to do to grow up? An anthropologist. Ooh, I love anthropology. Love anthropology. You have a plan? What's your plan, my friend?
Biggest paying job.
Louder.
Biggest paying job after I get all that.
You want to get the highest, you want to make all the money is what you want to do. You just want to be a professional money getter. I like it. Sir,
Get all the money.
louder. Ooh, you like working with like bones or old artifacts and bringing them back to life. So here's the deal, 5th grade. Some of us are like, bro, I don't care. I just can't wait to get home and play Minecraft. And that's fine. Or Fortnite, or whatever y'all do. Is Fortnite old?
Yes. Yes. Minecraft is still relevant.
Minecraft is still relevant. Thank you. You guys are going to go home and build a fort out of square cubes and then blow it up, probably, right? Yeah? Okay. And that's okay, and that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to be here, I want you to be present, I want you to focus on what's in front of you. But I want you also to think, man, if you're in 5th grade, that means you have 7 more years of school before you're a senior in high school. And I hope that even before then you start to come up with a plan of what do I want to do. And here's the best piece of advice that I've ever been given, or one of the best pieces of advice that I've ever been given. Is guys, take your passion and make a living doing what you're passionate about. So if you want to code and you want to work on a computer, then find a way, guys, to make that your living. Find a way to get paid to do that. And whatever cost. Because here's the thing, once you graduate from college and you start in your professional career, and let's say you graduate from college at the age of 24 or 22, and you're going to start your professional career at the age of 22. You have to get up every morning for the next 40 years of your life and go do something. And so I would encourage you guys to, whatever that is, that it's something with purpose, something with meaning, and something that brings you passion and joy. Because getting up every day and going and working a job that is really awful, really boring, really non-fulfilling, you guys are going to hate it. I'm just going to be really honest with you. I've worked some really terrible jobs. But what's nice is when you turn a corner and you start your career doing something you're passionate about, working with whatever it may be. Guys, I love working with students. I was so tickled when Miss Reeves asked me to come talk to you. I was like, oh, absolutely. I'm with my people. Because I'm really more like a 5th grader, and she could probably vouch for that, than an adult. Okay? I like getting into mischief, and I do things that she doesn't really like, and I make a lot of fart jokes, and she doesn't really like. So, anyway, I want to be done, and I want to do this little activity, I guess. So, yeah, what's your question? Give me all your questions, Omar.
My first question, can you answer my question?
Yes. Check. Done.
My second question, when you talk about not paying, you have to pay for your degree.
Yes, you do.
But then you said there's no paying.
There are ways to help with the financial aspect of your college going process. So there's things called financial aid. There are 4 types, and if you care to know, I'll tell you.
And then they'll help you pay for your degree.
Yes.
But will they,
Louder.
will they complete?
Some will, yes, absolutely. And that's why, so you guys know starting in 9th grade, that's when your high school transcript matters. You guys know what the word transcript means?
No.
Nope, cool. That is her job, not mine to tell you, because it's a long process. But 9th grade is when high school starts, okay? That's just the way, you will learn more of this, and I may be talking over your head, and if I am, I'm really sorry. But 9th grade is when it matters. So that's when you gotta go to class and you gotta put your best foot forward. So no more skipping, no more napping, no more drooling, no more lack of note taking.
No more sleeping in the
No more sleeping.
playground.
Guys, I slept through high school, okay? I get it. I get it, yeah. Playground time will be over when you guys hit high school. So that's when it matters, and that's when you start building your academic portfolio, because you can get college paid for if you take high school seriously enough, and you won't have any student loans because somebody will pay you, like your brother, on a scholarship to come to that institution.
So you can get scholarships like Jocelyn's brother on sports scholarships. You can get it on band scholarships. You can get it on academics, which means getting good grades, having a good GPA. So colleges will say, oh my goodness, look at how well this student did in high school. We want them to come and use their talents at our university. We will pay for their college so that they can come to our university.
Because I want you that bad.
Like if
What's your question?
like you don't have to pay.
Nope. So we will meet during school hours, and we will meet somewhere in the school, and I will pull you out of a class for a class period. So hopefully that class is your least favorite, and if it's your most favorite, I apologize. But we meet once a month. All right, and we will have some type of activity planned for you. Because here's what I hate, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what I hate. You ready? I hate lecturing. My goodness, I'm a bad lecturer. All right, I will fall asleep in the middle of my own lecture. So I'll be talking, and then you'll just see me kind of drift off and start drooling. I like to do activities. I like to get you guys up out of your seat, moving around, talking, mingling with one another, because that's a lot of how your college class life will be. Is working in different groups, meeting strangers, and becoming comfortable with talking to other people in the room. So you'll build that confidence within yourself, so then you can go maybe meet a stranger, and if I asked Omar to sit in the back of the room with a completely new group of students, he'd feel just cool as a cucumber and be able to handle that. Question.
When you talked about that we should think for like 7th grade, do we think about that?
If it happens. I don't encourage my students to think about death, but if it's something that you think about, there are lots of very highly trained adults in this building that are 100% equipped and would love to talk to you about that if that's a real concern of yours.
What question?
Last question also.
Yeah, last question.
Make it count.
But it's like a very short one.
Come see me after before you go back to class and I'll answer.
Fourth one is, what do you think is better? That you're building or
Ooh, probably y'all's building. We'll have it now. All right, you got a question?
Wait, what's the average GPA?
To get into the program? Our average GPA score of all of our students.
like to get in college?
And that's going to be on an institution by institution basis. So each college will have a different requirement. Most, I'll tell you most with a capital M, but don't underline it, is like a 3.0.
What is 3.0?
Which is a B average.
All Bs. But there are programs in place if you have under a B average that will admit you. And then you want to talk about getting your college paid for and having somebody give you a check to come to their institution. Straight A's is a nice way to do it. A healthy mix of A's and B's is a great way to do it. Okay? Your question, my friend. Nothing?
Okay.
No? Okay, so this little activity that I have for y'all is more or less an inventory for you.